Good morning, you guys. Oh, I'm lit so bad. Oh, God. What's a mofo to do? It was in my head this morning. You know, often there's a phrase to put somebody down that I just suddenly heard in a different way. You know, when somebody's being perceived as being uppity, often the question comes, who do you think you are, God's gift to the world? And yes, you're God's gift to the world. I think we operate from a different place, from a different acceptance of, at our core, who we are as incarnate. You know, we've come into this life, whether you believe in past life or whatever. Here we are. You know, this is our home. And we're God's gift to the world. It's a good meditation. I'm going to try to hang on to that. Because our own sense of unworthiness really holds us back. I'm about to turn it off. Maybe I should turn it off. I haven't posted a short yet, and like one of those beep, partly because I haven't figured out how to edit, and I don't want it to just be arbitrary. God's gift to the world. Great Spirit, what messages do you have for us today? To help us recognize our own light, our own worth. Just by virtue of the fact that here we are. Three of Wands. You know, it's a card of manifestation, and I see it as waiting for the answer to the prayer. It's a card of the future, a card of, you know, looking out to see what we've called in. With our Wands energy, our light, our attractive force. Okay, Six of Wands. We've had this lately, this abundance of fire energy. And I think this is a card of being proud. Offering, you know, offering yourself to the world. It's kind of here I am energy. Next, I'm going to lay them all out. Two of Pentacles. Can be a choice. Boy, we're getting repeats. Page of Swords. A card of looking for more information. King of Pentacles. A grounded, giving, earth energy individual. Somebody who's stable and certainly knows their worth. Their value, their and is in a place of appreciation. And that Wands energy again. Ace of Wands. I mean, that's just pure life force. That's the opportunity to I think because it's an ace card, it's both an opportunity for you. Aces speak to the self usually. God's gift to you and your gift to the world. It's like pass the torch. Be a beacon of light. Tell us about what we're learning here, Page of Swords. 10 of Cups. That's great. The only thing that gives me a bit of pause is that this character is standing back from this kind of connection and joy. And thinking about it. Not feeling it, thinking about it. Sword energy versus cup energy. Cerebral versus emotional and heartfelt. On King of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. You don't get to be King of Pentacles by hiding from the world. This is a card of connectivity in 3D. And this King of Pentacles, it seems to me, is saying, let's do this. Let's build this thing together. From each according to his ability. To each according to their need. Pronouns are pain in the butt. So this king is offering a building block, a opportunity, a possibility. On Ace of Wands, we have 9 of Cups. It's a card of self-gratification. I'm trying to see it because it appears to be there's something kind of creepy coming out of that cup. 9 of Cups can speak to indulgence. Like I'm focused on my pleasures. But I think when it's combined with this, that ability to spark life. It's hard to spark life if you're feeling depleted. 9 of Cups, not depleted. Able to fill your own cup. Able to find joy and connection. This is your gift to the world. And there's the 10. So this guy may be trying to learn how to get, from here, the self-love. The self. This is a card of self. I mean, it's the opportunity for you, says the Great Spirit, to learn about 10 of Cups. This expanded circle of love. Everybody's reaching out for it. Tell us about the Three of Wands. I right away have the feeling I'm missing something. Well, maybe not. Ace of Cups. This person, perhaps a fire sign, has been manifesting love. And for starters, self-love. You know, the belief that you're God's gift to the world. Wow. On Two of Pentacles, a card of choice, King of Cups. The second king on the board, in the masculine energy of active. You know, actively embodying and offering love. Cups energy, water energy, feelings. You know, Ace of Cups, King of Cups. This is somebody who's accepted their place, you know, as worthy of love. And they think it's something down the road. And it's really right here, right now. It's your birthright. On Six of Wands, High Priestess. You know, the one who accepts their place in the universe as a conduit for, you know, universal energy, chi energy. What's not visible in the usual way, this individual can see. What's inaudible, this individual can hear. They can see beyond the veil and speak what can't be spoken. As I understand it, Yahweh, the Old Testament God, when you write that word, you leave out, I think it's the vowels, because you can't really speak the name of God. Can't be reduced to a word. It is so that we have some way of identifying it. Some way of identifying it. Page of Swords energy. You know, I'll name it, I'll give it this thing. But with the knowledge that it's impossible to capture it in one idea or one name. It's in all of us. What does the High Priestess know? It's on the card of victory. Success. Okay, Queen of Wands. I mean, what comes to mind is Queen of Wands knows she's a hot shit. You know, she accepts, she's proud of herself. She may, in fact, think that she's God's gift to the world. Would not shy away from that. You know, she knows it on that kind of deep level. It's a card of Cancer. Feels it. Cancer, Libra. Understands it. The mystery kind of accepts all things. These apparent opposites. But she's very quiet and still. She doesn't talk a lot. She receives the message. She expects that all of us will receive the message too. You know, she'll open that. She sits in front of the curtain. She'll open that portal for us. We have to step through. It's a card of high intuition, of divine feminine energy, which is in all of us. We're a blend of masculine and, you know, we're all that yin yang to be whole, to be balanced. Queen of Wands, full of fire. Wow. Wow. Seven of Swords. That's a lie or a deception or a, you know, escapism. It's sword energy. It's you know, it's kind of like taking your toys and going home, gathering up your swords, the words you've said, the words that were said to you, and just leaving that whole landscape behind. You know, we see here in the background this blasted tree. It's the landscape of a war zone. And where is this person headed? Into the lily field. Sidney Poitier movie. Lilies of the field. They don't sow, neither do they reap. You know, you don't have to be doing particular things to merit your place in the world. The fact that you take up space, it's your birthright. Okay, Hierophant. That can be higher power. That can also be tradition. You know, the system of rules and regulations. And somebody may be just rejecting those beliefs. They've somehow resulted in a conflict. This may be the resolution of the conflict. You know, these two individuals coming together before this higher power. But it also could be somebody who's in their own fire energy and, you know, is able to at least mentally escape this rigid belief system, as Queen of Wands would do. Can you tell us about the Hierophant? Oh, hang on, there's one more on the table. I didn't see. Justice. This is a card of balance, of righting a wrong. Major Arcana. In sword energy, it represents clarity and the ability to see and understand sword energy, equilibrium, how to achieve it. Not to be this, too much of this or too much of that, but the middle road. In Buddhism, that's an important path to walk. The middle way. Both Hierophant and Justice are major arcana cards, can be of the system. You know, that individuals can subscribe to these beliefs. Seven of Swords, card of deception. Justice, in sword energy, a card of balance and truth. And Scorpio, death card on the bottom of the deck. Something is over and transforming. Oops, sorry. Over and transforming, Devil card. Devil I see as a card of transformation in that, it's the willingness to understand, accept, and work with your own shadow. You don't grow by ignoring this, by saying, that's not me, I'm not that way. That ties you to a certain limited aspect of yourself. I'll only accept the good girl aspect of myself. How do you work with what holds you back? And what's the ending was my question, and it's devil energy. Something has really shifted here. There was this belief system or something that kept you trapped, made you think sword energy. You were trapped. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. I think that this page character is trying to learn, glean the lesson. How do I understand this concept of 10 of Cups, ultimate happiness? How do I identify it? It's really not just the 9. Self-satisfaction, self-love. Page wants to learn about the wider circle of love. Somebody's transformed. I think in part just their belief system, their sense of who they are in the world. They've transmuted devil energy into, well, first this is stuck. You got to see you're stuck. Somehow belief systems are holding us back. Tower. The card that comes after Devil card in the Major Arcana. If we're trapped, 8 of Swords, there's this great transformation that entails the end of clinging. There's a great quote about hold it gently. Don't try to make things too concrete. It's this way, not that way, because that way of thinking doesn't really help us in the flow of life, in reality as it unfolds. We're in a dynamic with each other and with the universe. This is the cosmic dance. It's not the cosmic freeze frame. Change happens. Scorpio energy, to me, that's what that is. The Death card. The Tower. Taking down and obliterating the belief system, I think, that holds us back, that would have us feel shame. No shame in this game, says James Brown. How are we going to work with our ability to let go, to have a fluid belief system, something that's equal? Devil can be, unbalanced. It's imbalance. It's something that's tipping the scales, that has their hand somehow sneakily on the scales. Sort of, there's a weighing up aspect of this, of these two individuals caught in some sort of pattern that's unhealthy, that's going to be rectified through how you think about things. what you believe in. There was something that was too small. It's over. Twice, Scorpio energy. You're being liberated from the trap, 8 of Swords, in sword energy, to this true thing. And this is the willingness to take the first step. It's a page. They're like this. You know, am I willing? Am I going to wait here a little bit before embarking on the path? You know, I feel it will be a long path where I'll have to rely on my intuition, not on the rules imposed by the hierarchy. You know, this is taking up the wand, your own sense of direction and who you are and where you're going. Who you are and where you're going. And this is sort of, am I on the right path? There's a volcano in the background. You know, this enormous release of energy, fire energy. And then this little page trying to absorb it. Trying to accept the intuitive drive. And it's a singular path at this point. You know, it's one guy, one individual at the very inception, at the very beginning of the journey. Not quite sure of their intuition. Well, apparently there's a leap forward into a King of Wands. A match for Queen of Wands. Wow. Queen of Wands may be leaving behind, you know, some sort of way of thinking that's deceiving herself. He, she, they may have accepted this, the rules and regulations of an objective system over their own wand's energy, to their own sense of direction and purpose. You know, this is a lesson, Hierophant, not to quash your life's force. It's not outside you. You know, it's inside you. I don't feel like this is satisfying reading for me. I don't really know why. Okay, we got 10 of Pentacles on the split and Hangman. You know, this is a deep emotional consideration from some kind of different perspective about what it means to belong. You know, how to come into the world and act on the knowledge that you're God's gift. And so are all the people you come in contact with in 3D. Even the 7 of Swords people, the people we don't agree with, the people we argue with, the people we have words with, think badly of. They also are God's gift to the world. I think this is the new perspective. And this is in Cups energy, in water energy. You know, how do I get to this point? Page of Swords is asking that question to this inclusive love. steep yourself in it. There's an epiphany to be had. And it's not just about you. I think as we recognize our own worth, we're able to recognize the worth of the other person. Those two go hand in hand. I don't know what accounts for this incredible maturation from the tentative Page of Wands to somebody who embodies that fire energy, the energy of the volcano, which appears in the background in this too. Somebody who knows what they want and how to get it. And this is aiming high. To create that kind of stability. And I think it's one day at a time. You know, looking back over our shoulder to, you know, bring the rest of the crowd along. You may be like a trailblazer. A trailblazer. Who doesn't know how brightly they shine, because it's hard to perhaps see your own light, but other people can see it. You're God's gift to the world. To the world. The World card, last card in Major Arcana. Card of completion, of closing out a cycle, you know, and moving on to the next one. Graduating. From Page of Wands to King of Wands. That kind of growth. 10 of Pentacles growth. Pentacles signify growth for the gang. This can be seen as a card of Capricorn. How do we get whole? We, 10 of Pentacles. How do we get whole? I think, you know, we do it individually and we do it together. And there isn't really a sequence there. We get help to do it individually. Pentacles can speak to resources and, you know, not leaving each other behind. It's like no man left behind. No one. We have on the board Taurus and Hierophant, Libra in Justice, Capricorn in the Devil card, Scorpio in the Death card, Scorpio in Tower, Pisces in Hangman, that submergence in emotion in order to get the new perspective and the epiphany. Cancer, Pisces, Libra in High Priestess. And all these 10s, the closing out of the cycle, the beginning of the next. The 10s closing out of the cycle. Both in our daily lives and on the level of the collective unconscious. You know, as we get clear about who we really are, we get clear about who we really are. God's gift to the world. See you next time. I'm trying to turn you off. See you next time. Apparently, they don't want me to sign off. Signing off.